Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. This afternoon, we're watching and reacting to Fluminense FC versus Al-Hilal SFC, the FIFA Club World Cup 2025 quarterfinals, the first of four. The winner of this game plays the winner of the Chelsea-Palmeiras game in the semifinal, which I would guess would be Tuesday of next week, but we'll find out. We'll find out, I would guess, but makes sense. The teams that are going first will play the first semifinal, then the teams going tomorrow will play the Wednesday semi. But either way, we are ready to go. We are here. Fluminense, Al-Hilal, Fluminense, the battle of the upsetters. Let's put it like that, because they upset both their round of 16 ties over the last week. And here we are. Battle of the upsetters. Y'all forgot I had this, didn't you? By the way, here we go. Starting 11s are as follows. Fluminense walking out wearing their red and green. Al-Hilal probably wearing blue, I would guess. But starting 11s are as follows. For Fluminense, in goal we have Fabio. The back three of Ignacio. We have Thiago Silva. We have Juan Freitas. The midfield four of Gabriel Fuentes. We have Facundo Bernal, we have Martinelli, we have Samuel Xavier, we have Nonato, Herman Cano, and John Arias for Fluminense. Starting one for Al-Hilal, Yassine Bono, the back three, Kalidou Koulibaly, Ruben Neves, Renan Lodi, the midfield four of Moteb Al-Harbi, Mohamed Kano, Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. We have João Cancelo, Nasser Al-Dusri, and Marcos Leonardo for Al-Hilal. Which of these upsetters will move on? Well, interesting. I mean, good for Cruz is a little wide for Al-Hilal, huh? Interesting. I guess color blindness is what they're worried about because Fluminense wears red and green, so you add blue, that'd be a total shit show. Understandable. Understandable. Not that I'm colorblind, but understandable. Most people who are colorblind are men. Men love football. Red and green versus a team who wears blue is a total shit show waiting to happen. You know, fair enough. Yeah, but it was always a dream. The thing that sucks is they got rid of both Insigne and Bernardeschi, and they still didn't get him. Damn it. We got rid of him for no reason besides, well, the fact that Insigne deserved to go, and, well, still should have kept Bernardeschi for 6 months, but either way. Oh, they brought out the team logo, FIFA logo again. Interesting. 8 teams left. After this game, we'll have 7. Then after later tonight, we'll have 6. And then, of course, 5 after the first game tomorrow and 4 after the second game tomorrow. Happy 4th of July. How we doing, Rory? Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Again, to reiterate my predictions for this round. It's a tracker. Here we go. Chelsea over Palmeiras. Al-Hilal over Fluminense, even though I'm wearing the Brazil shirt, which is okay. PSG over Bayern and Real Madrid over Dortmund. Teams are shaking hands, and here we go. Fluminense in goal, Fabio. Back three, Freitas, Silva, Ignacio. Fuentes, Nonato, Bernal, Martinelli, Xavier, Cano, and Arias for Fluminense. Can they have another upset? Oh, look, Soteldo's on the bench. Let's see if he plays. Starting 11, Al-Hilal, Yassine Bono. The back three of Lodi, Neves, Koulibaly. We have Al-Harbi, Al-Dusri, Cano, Milinkovic-Savic, Cancelo, Leonardo, and Malcolm up top. Neves being a center back is kind of something, but okay. That is just sad. The best what? Right back in Premier League history is going to Burnley. That just sucks. I would hate that. Like, that would suck. That'd be like, he knows he's getting old. Let's just be real. He knows he's getting old. Because Burnley, I'd hate that, man. Waiting for the game to start. No, I have not. I mean, games are going on as we speak, and I'm doing Club World Cup. So, I mean, the timings of the Club World Cup, I get they're trying to help Europeans see it. I get that. No disrespect at all, especially for some of the earlier games. But because of that, no, I've not seen. I don't even know if Italy's played yet. I don't even know if Italy's played yet, which is crazy. I know they're in it. Game about to kick off. Let's see. Women's Euros. Sweden beat Denmark. Germany plays Poland. Italy. No, Wales, Netherlands, France, England tomorrow. I know yesterday it started, so Italy didn't play that day. Where are you? Here we go. Moment of silence for Diogo Jota. Oh, they won yesterday. Oh, well, 1-0 over Belgium. I guess it started a day before I thought. Yeah, I didn't see any games, so that's a good win. But moment of silence for Jota and his brother. Yeah, that was a good era. That was streets won't forget. Jota, Wolves, Raul before his injury, Adama Traore. Streets won't forget. Streets won't forget. Here we go. Game about to kick off. And we're off. Fluminense kicks off. Sometimes young players just don't fit to 11 that wins a championship. I think it's that simple. It was a matter of preference, and he didn't prefer him. He thought that he had better players to actually win a championship with, or go with the what's it called? Experience. Sometimes the player is very talented, but sometimes, especially in Liga MX, with the way it's set up, you don't really want Sometimes you don't choose to go with younger players to win a championship. Now, in longer year leagues, you have to use them, of course, like in the Prem and MLS, in leagues such as that, especially MLS, but even normal leagues like the Prem and Serie A, you have to use young players to win something, even if it's not the Prem itself. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, because you have so many competitions. But Liga MX, it's just maybe if you're lucky, Champions Cup and the league. And this summer, I guess, for the Apertura, Leagues Cup and the league. Because they're playing it during the league. They didn't stop it. They're going midweeks. But either way, I don't feel like there will be young players that are really used unless they're already bedded into the main squad for teams at the Leagues Cup, because they really want to win that after the past couple of years. I mean, yeah, there may be some teams who are like, we really don't care about this, get us out of here. But I understand that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be upset. But again, I'm just saying, in defense of Turco, you know, I'm not saying you're wrong either. I'm playing devil's advocate, really. But sometimes you playing forward is Al-Hilal. Sometimes you put your chips all the way to the table. Sometimes you have to go all in if you want to win. And if you don't go completely all in, then you just split the difference and capitulate. Three minutes in, 0-0. I mean, I won't lie. I won't lie. I know how you feel. I almost wanted to cry too. I won't even lie. Yep, Italy beat Belgium yesterday. Spain beat Portugal 5-0. Ay. That's Spain versus Portugal on the women's side of things, but 4 minutes in. But yeah, I mean, yep. Four minutes in, 0-0. Fluminense versus Al-Hilal. They're in Orlando at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I hope it doesn't rain. Very likely, well, I'm not going to say, let me be clear. Well, actually, the last game they played in Orlando wasn't a rain delay, or at least the earlier day. Real Madrid Juve. That wasn't a rain delay somehow. Or was that Miami? Either way, it was in Florida at 2 p.m. So maybe. Let me tell you something about Florida in the afternoon during the summer. Pop-up storms happen so often. We sucked. Toronto sucked. We deserved to lose. New York did their job and made us pay on a couple of mistakes. I think they are. The way it seems to me is I think they will retire the number 20. And they should. They should retire it. I think they will retire it. Normally in football, the numbers get retired because of deaths like this. That's normally how it happens. It's not how good the player is. It's more of a very good player that dies young, or a very loved youth player that dies young. That's how numbers get retired in this sport, at least outside of the MLS. But I've never seen MLS numbers get retired yet. So I'm not sure how they'll handle it either. But MLS might do it more the American way, is what I'm saying. But the European way, yeah, I think they will. Because there's so much numerology with Jota's number 20 as well. You know, he came in 2020. He joined Liverpool in 2020. He wore the number 20. They won the 20th league title this year, just 6 weeks ago. Jota was on that squad, and he had a big part of it. To not retire 20 would be brain dead, blind, with all that numerology. Jota came over in 2020. He was wearing the number 20. He was a big part of the squad that won the 20th league for Liverpool. Yeah, they should. And I think they will, the way they're trying to make it seem. Yep. Also scored against Everton to help win the league. Blue Jays first in the AL East, yes. Beautiful game last night. Jota was amazing for Wolves. Always scored on my Arsenal. Yep. It's so sad, man. This one, the Gaudreau brothers, I gotta say, because it's so similar, and it's a year later, pretty much. The Gaudreau brothers hit hard. That was sad, but Jota is just, it's maybe it's the fact it happened twice within a year in both my favorite sports. Maybe that's just what it is. And I liked Johnny, and I thought Johnny was such a good player. And same with Jota, and they were both good guys, and they both lost their brothers in the same incident. And it's the same. It's the same damn thing, 2 years in a row in both my favorite sports. Last year it was the Gaudreaus. This year it's Jotas, and it's just life's unfair, man. Maybe it's because I'm already grieving a loss in the family, so that's maybe why it's hitting harder this time. I don't know. Maybe because I'm already in a state of grief, it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's why it hit harder. I don't know. Yeah, but I think the comparison is the fact that the both incidents shouldn't have happened in the first place. The Gaudreaus got ran over by a drunk driver, and then Jolta's car, the tire just blew, and then they hit a wall, and the car burst into flames. It's a tragedy. I think that's the comparison there, is the fact that they both were needless incidents, and they should have never happened. It's not like Jota was recklessly driving or drunk. It's just his tire went, and they crashed to a wall, and the car burst into flames. You can't help that. You can't help that. Unless they say, oh, the tire was about to go anyway, which I don't know if, well, shit, if it bursts into flames, I don't think they'll be able to figure that out anyway. Yeah, because the tire could be about to go and you don't know it. You probably should have gotten them changed, but why would you get them changed before they go? And besides, it's not like a Formula One race where they'll tell you to box. Like, you ain't going to replace a tire on your car that you drive daily until you know it's gone. And you hope it's just a puncture. And yeah, they wear down. Of course, you got to check the treads and all that. Sure. Yeah, they wear down. But again, I think it's in Atlanta, I think, actually. Hold on. No, it's actually Philadelphia. No, it's actually in Philadelphia. Well, July 4th, Philadelphia, that makes sense. Chelsea Palmeiras in Philadelphia. The Fluminense game's in Orlando. And PSG Bayern is in Atlanta, so no rain delay. Good in the morning. That would be good. And then Real Madrid, Dortmund, in New Jersey. Philadelphia. Yep. Sort of. Yeah. I think we could, 5 p.m. Eastern. If this goes to extra time, we might be screwed. Thank God I'm not reviewing this one. Guess the early one. 0-0. Good cross in by Arias. Because 4 o'clock would be there, 5 o'clock. So, yeah. I would agree with that as well. But I think add on the fact that I actually did have a loss in my family just recently. As some of you know, if you were here for the Curacao game, the halftime of that, some of you know. I was already in a state of grief, so I think it just compounded. Unlike the Gaudreaus, that was just I was just grieving for them when that happened. Even though when I first heard the news, I was on stream. Like, I don't know if you were here, but like I remember when it came to Gaudreaus, I remember hearing the first news or reading it while I was on stream for like a Central American Cup game. Had to be an earlier version because it was still August or something. So, but I was like reading a thread and somebody was like, rumor. Sounds like the Gaudreaus have passed due to an accident. That was before it ever fully came out or got confirmed. And I'm like if you were watching, you could just see my stomach drop when I was reading that. I'm like, this better not be true. And the same thing sort of happened with Jota. Like, I was up at 3 in the morning when it came out, and I was eating some damn graham crackers. I'm scrolling Reddit, and I see Jota passed away in a car accident. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I know Marsa's known for shitty transfer news, but there's no way. Like, there's absolutely no way you're going to put that out and say somebody died in a car accident without knowing it happened. It was a little bit more realistic than the Gaudreaus rumors, I would say. But again, same feeling. My stomach just dropped. I was eating some graham crackers, like a pack of graham crackers, just because, it's still vivid in my mind. It was a couple of days ago, but, it was yesterday morning. But, yeah, I was up eating some graham crackers and was scrolling Reddit and just my stomach dropped. And I'm like, there's no way Marsa would lie about this. Now, I know their transfer news is bullshit, but there's no way they would lie about this. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It was 15th minute 0-0. It was like it felt very similar. It's just are they related? I don't know. I know they're both Brazilian. That makes sense. Both Gabriel and the Fluminense Martinelli are both Brazilian. I know that. I don't know how common of a name it is. 15th minute 0-0. Hopefully the Mets win. Mets win and Jays win. Come on. I mean, the Jays are playing the Anaheim Angels. They better win. If you beat the Yankees like that, there's no letting up. Hold on to first place throughout the All-Star break. If you do that. No. I'm wearing my Chelsea jersey for that. I'm wearing my Chelsea jersey for that. I'm surprised I got to use this Vladdy first team All-Star. Yep. Started first base. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. But speaking of Liverpool jerseys, damn it. Playing forward. Good clearance. Speaking of Liverpool jerseys, on Sunday I will be live for the British Grand Prix for Formula One at, 9 p.m.? Or 9 a.m., I should say. 10 Eastern, I think it is. But I'll be live for the British Grand Prix. But for multiple reasons, I will wear my Liverpool jersey during that stream and review. Because, 1, it's the British Grand Prix. 2, red and white and yellow are Ferrari's colors. Third of all, Diogo Jota, it's a little bit of a little in memoriam shout out to Diogo Jota, I think. There's a little bit of a meaning there as well. So, it all works out. Makes more sense than me wearing the damn Miami jersey for the freaking Austrian Grand Prix. Here comes Fluminense, shot over the bar. Kind of does. But either way, because I don't have any Formula One, like a Ferrari shirt or a McLaren shirt yet. I could go to Hollister, but either way. I think it works out. But either way, wearing some that is Ferrari colors, a British team, English team jersey, and some that also shows love to Jota, all in the same swoop. Sounds good to me. So, yeah, because the Gold Cup finals in the evening, I can do both and review both with no problem. So. Playing forward, Fluminense to clear. So, yes, I'll make my streams for Sunday, the 2 streams for Sunday, tomorrow, after I put up the Gold Cup prediction. I won't wear the full suit on Sunday. I might wear the suit jacket with one of my jerseys and the black pants. Go redneck business casual for the Gold Cup final. And wear the full suit next Sunday for the Club World Cup. So. '20th minute, 0-0. Tight game so far. So, yes, today we have the Chelsea game, live review. Tomorrow we have the Bayern PSG game live. We have the Dortmund Real Madrid game live review. Gold Cup final prediction Saturday night. Sunday morning, the British Grand Prix Formula One live review. We have the Gold Cup final live review Sunday evening. Monday, the Club World Cup quarterfinal recap, semifinal predictions, which is pretty much an off day besides that one video. Been making 3 streams for Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course, Tuesday, the one semifinal. Oh, that's a foul. I would guess Chelsea semifinal. Live a review. Then Wednesday, the other semifinal. And also the Montreal Forge second leg, finally. Live review. Thursday. Sometime the semifinal recap for the Club World Cup will come out. Hopefully after I come home from the F1 movie. We'll see if there's any show times for that. If they pop up. How we doing, Henry? Friday, the Henan Lodi will miss the next match with a yellow card. Friday will be the Club World Cup final prediction. Saturday, Atlanta, Toronto. Toronto, Atlanta, live RSR. Sunday, Club World Cup final, live RSR, 13th. Shot, headed away. Cross in, header. Offside, 22nd minute. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, St. Louis got blanked by the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think, and swept. Like, yeah, no runs at all. 3 games, no runs. I'm not surprised. The Cardinals suck. Don't get my hopes up. Don't get my hopes up. 23rd minute, but that's next Saturday. Well, that's impossible. I hate to tell you, but that's impossible. There will be one European team in the final. One side of the bracket's all European teams. So the best case scenario is that Chelsea either lose one of the next 2 rounds for you, and then one of the Brazilian teams or Al-Hilal makes the final. There will be a European team in the final, so that's impossible, first off. If Monterrey had beaten Dortmund, then it might have been possible. Very hard, but possible. But they didn't. Go look at the bracket. 24th minute, or just my 4 streams for the week. Today's one side of the bracket, tomorrow's the other side. There's one side with no non-European team. Could have been one, but Monterrey choked it. Yes, they will be in the 2029 Club World Cup and the 2025 Intercontinental Cup. So Cruz Azul will play a small tournament at the end of the year, like Pachuca did, and we'll cover it. Hopefully, Cruz Azul can make the final just like Pachuca did, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. In theory, Cruz Azul should be better. Happy 4th of July, Blitzo. In theory, Cruz Azul should be better at Pachuca. But we will cover the Intercontinental Cup at the end of the year. We'll see how. Well, also, one of the games will be in October, or 2 of them will be like in October. Then we'll have the Derby of the Americas, Challenger Cup, and Intercontinental Cup in December. So, of course. But the African Asian Pacific Cup games will be before that, as they were last year. I would presume, at least. September, October, I would presume. But no Al-Ali. '25th minute. Well, no Egypt Al-Ali. The Saudi Al-Ali will be there. Different spellings, though. How confusing would that have been had that happened? Auckland City, of course, will play the playoff to try to get to the game, the next game, which they won't. Yeah. The AL West is weak, which is shocking because I thought the Texas Rangers would bounce back. Houston, I a little bit better out of. Seattle, I thought they'd win the division, but AL West is just the fact that the Angels are so close is wild too. Cross in. Neves, header wide. 26th minute. I heard about it. Yep. Cosmos will be USL League One. Hopefully, I think they're probably trying to set up for the Pro Rel USL era. Try to get their way up to the top league. Header, that'll be cleared. Like, set up a little bit the USL League One and then try to get your way up to the top. Honestly, I hope they do. I would love to see where Cosmos get to the top USL League. From League One to whatever they call their top league. USL Division 1 or whatever they fully call it. I would like to see it. But I'm sure that's what they're planning for. Playing forward, Fluminense. Trying to find Ignacio. Has no room to cross it out for a throw. 27th minute. But, I mean, I like that they're back. Or will be coming back. The Cosmos should always be around in U.S. soccer in CONCACAF because '28th minute. Goal kick for Yassine Bono. Header. Fluminense gets the second ball. No. Al-Hilal does. This game is very tight so far, which is just, free kick, Fluminense. I think extra time may be very possible, which would just be bad, considering rain's coming in right when extra time would start. So I wouldn't want that personally, but that's just my opinion. Excuse me. Free kick, not even top of the box. That was far out. Cross in, corner. Corner for Fluminense. Savage puts it out. See what of it. 0-0, 30th minute. 30th minute for Fluminense. Short, top of the box. Chipped over. Be a goal kick. Not the best play. Water break, 30th minute. 0-0. Let's see here. Let me see the stats here. 52-48. Yeah, pretty tight. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, I can't really say much besides the game's been pretty tight. Still water break. 32nd minute. Third minute. 0-0. Goal kick. I think I heard that, Henry. Yeah. I heard that, yeah. Yesterday? Yeah, sad to hear that as well. 34th minute. Playing forward. Fluminense, good clearance. Thirty-fifth minute. Al-Hilal trying to set some up here. Very, very tight first half. Not as fun as the first or the Man City Al-Hilal game, I'll tell you that much. I think we're staring down the barrel of a who scores first in the 70th minute wins the game. I think that's what we're staring down the barrel of. Thank God I don't have to review this one. I really don't even know what to say. That's how milquetoast this is. Thank God this is the first game. I feel like Palmeiras Chelsea will be better, but I'm not sure. Fluminense has it. Oh, Lord. Free kick for Al-Hilal. Malcolm gets taken down. I feel like Fluminense or Palmeiras Chelsea will be better. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Shot blocked away. Oh, Mets tied it up. 2-2. Soto home run. Playing forward. Cano switches the play almost disastrously. Well, not to a goal-scoring opportunity, but the fact it almost ran out of play. Disastrous. Far back and almost out of play. How disastrous that could have been. I'm not, well, probably would have been. Over the top. Fluminense blocked out for a corner. Good save to make sure that's at least something. 38th minute. Wouldn't it be crazy if Chelsea played 3 Brazilian teams in one tournament? No, I don't think they'll make the same mistake twice. Why you ask? Arias with a corner. Cross in. Headed away. Nobody was even there. Cross wide. Looks like it'll be a goal kick. Cross wide. Looks like it'll be a goal kick. No touch. If a striker was truly running onto that, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing for Fluminense if a striker was actually running onto it. Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy. I might actually, if that happens, I might just buy the pay-per-view to see how much of a shit show it really is. I mean, I like the UFC, but I normally don't really buy the pay-per-views. I normally just watch them from other opportunities. I'll admit that. Shot! Goal! 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 De Fluminense! Martinelli scores. I normally just watch the fights in other ways. But I would buy that pay-per-view. If it happens, it's either going to be cool or be a shit show, either or. I might actually just buy the pay-per-view just to see how it is. I might actually buy that pay-per-view. There's some I've bought as a pay-per-view when it comes to UFC fights. Rarely I do. Like, it's got to be a big, big fight. But what a shot by Fluminense. Martinelli scored the 41st minute. Just takes a banger of a shot. Oh, yeah, no chance he had there. 1-0. Fluminense. 1-0. 1-0. They finally found an opening. What a shot, man. Just took the opportunity as he had to. Martinelli blast. What a shot. But, I mean, yeah, there have been UFC pay-per-views that I've bought, yeah. Also, counting the McGregor versus Mayweather fight, I count that because it counts, in my opinion. In my opinion, it counts. Jams a leg on the bad tackle. Ay, ay, ay. Oof. Oof, Maron. That don't sound good. That don't sound good. Free kick for Fluminense. Somebody lost their shin pad. .43rd minute. Free kick for Al-Hilal. You know, but yeah, I mean, there have been a couple if they're big fights, you know, but normally if I want to spend money for it, I will. Let's put it like this. If I want to spend money for a UFC pay-per-view, I will. If not, but I still want to watch it, I just stream it. Atlantic Invest 92, 309 North, 790 West, 30 mile per hour, 1012 pressure, subtropical depression. Looks like we're getting a subtropical depression at the 5 p.m. hour. Yeah, that looks a bit subtropical to me. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be a good call. Ball crossed in. The one off the Florida coast. Looks like it'll be a subtropical depression at the 5 p.m. hour for a 5 p.m. advisory, which would be 4 o'clock. So about an hour from now. A mid-level circulation, 70-70. Yeah, I think we're going to have a subtropical depression over the next couple hours. .45th minute, 1-0 for Fluminense. What a goal, too. They pounced on a mistake. 45th minute, 4 minutes of stoppage time. Fluminense has the lead, at least for now. They have 4 minutes to have it to the half. Speaking of Florida weather, looks to me that there will be rain and thunderstorms after 4 o'clock Central, 5 Eastern. So if we have extra time, there will be a rain delay. At some point. You really don't want that. So hopefully this game ends at 90 minutes. I think we could fit in the 90 minutes. The rain delay is going to be during extra time, not right before. So I don't think we're going to get Chelsea Fluminense or Chelsea Benfica yet. Header. Shot save. What a save by Fabio. Corner. Let me check the Orlando weather though. Maybe I'm going off of what Rory told me, which I'm not saying. Now, I will say this. It's not going to be because of the subtropical depression, or what will be a subtropical depression, subtropical depression 2. It's not because of that. It's because of Florida weather being very weird, especially during the afternoon. Ball crossed in. They'll be out for a goal kick. Penalty! Penalty for Al-Hilal. 2 minutes into stoppage time. I mean, yeah, he rolled him over. That's not even a question. Oh. Huh. Interesting. They say thunderstorms going on right now through 7 p.m. Orlando City Center is not having any rain yet, though. It's going south of Orlando City Center. Okay. Penalty, they're going to check it on VAR. Clear pen, too. Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that. Also, Yassine Bono. The dude's in his 30s. Like, he's 34. He's probably not getting a move either. That's why it was bad he went to Saudi. He was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Saudi, which I get it. Get the bag, but yeah. Like, that was stupid. Like, that was just straight up stupid. This is a penalty. 34, yeah. Yassine Bono's not getting a move either. He tangled his own feet together. Fluminense guy or Al-Hilal guy? Fluminense guy, I would presume. I mean, that's a penalty. They're going to the VAR monitor. It's already a penalty, so this means return. If they're going to the monitor for something that's already a penalty, either it's getting confirmed. You don't want them to go to the monitor if they've already given it. That's for sure, I would say. That's for sure. More likely it's going to be taken away than still given. I mean, let's see. Foot contact? I think he went down on his own. Actually, hold on. When it comes to going down, I don't even think he got touched. He might have just started going down on his own, and then he bowled over him as he was going down. And then he bowled over him. This might not be a pen. This might not be a pen. Hold on. He didn't touch him at all. He bowled over him as he was going down. No. That shouldn't be a pen. No foul in the box. No penalty. No penalty. No penalty. 45th minute. No penalty. Yeah, he didn't touch him at all. No foul. No penalty, no foul. I'm glad they looked at it because you know what? That was a good thing. He dived. He's surprised. I'm surprised there was no yellow card given because it's diving. And then he got bowled over because he was falling and the Fluminense player fell over him. That's what made it look worse. That's, in real time, that's what made it look idiotic. Let me tell you. Not that it matters because VAR's a thing. If you're going to take somebody out for a penalty or tackle them and take out their foot slightly, don't bowl over them after they dive or they go down. Don't bowl over them. Keep running or fall down straight or fall down with them, but not over them, you know. Falling down over them just makes it look like you did something stupid. That's just a vital information for your everyday life. Vital information for your everyday life. When you go take somebody out in the box, don't bowl over them after they go down. Just makes you look worse. Free kick for Fluminense. 1-0. Vital information for your everyday life. Over the top. They still got about 2 minutes to play. When the penalty was given, it was 2 minutes of stoppage time, so took them about 2 minutes. Free kick for Al-Hilal. Took them about 2 minutes to find the answer. So about the 48 or 45 plus 8. Go Galaxy. Yeah, they've had a bad season this year, though. Hopefully, Leagues Cup and Campeones Cup go better for y'all, because that's all you have left. No disrespect, it's just true. Halftime, 1-0 Fluminense. 1-0. 1-0 Fluminense. They get the goal. The penalty that wasn't a penalty was overturned. 1-0 Fluminense. 45 more minutes plus stoppage time. If they want no rain delay, they better hold on for dear life for 45 minutes, give or take. Yeah, the clouds are probably from the storms that are south of Orlando Center. Looks like there won't be any rain over Orlando proper until 5 Central. Or I should say 5 Eastern. So we have about an hour. Represent CONCACAF. CONMEBOL. It's CONMEBOL. But yeah, same side of the earth, but they're in CONMEBOL. Which CONCACAF and CONMEBOL should be way tighter and closer than they are. As in, Copa America should always have CONCACAF teams. Libertadores should always have Liga MX and MLS teams, so on and so forth. So, you know what? Fine. I'll allow it. With that being said, I'll allow it. "45 minutes. Second half. Halftime. 1-0 Fluminense. We'll take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. I'll be back. 1-0. We're back for the stats at the half. We got 48% possession to 52% possession, 3 shots to 3, 0.11 expected goals to 0.14. It's been a very tight game, and Fluminense struck first with a shocker. Good goal. Pounce on a mistake, shocker, but 1 shot on target to 188 passes, 87% accurate passes. To 206, 87% pass accuracy, 8 fouls to 6, 3 corners to 2. 3 shots to 3, 1 shot off goal to 0, 1 shot on goal to 1. We have 3 shots inside the box to 2, 215 passes to 236, 87% pass accuracy to 87, 7 throws to 6, 0 offside to 0, 2 offside to 0, 2 yellow cards 2, 0 red cards 0. For me, Fluminense, they got the goal, but it's been a very tight game. I thought we were waiting and watching a game that was going to be one of those where last goal scored the 70th minute, scores the latest goal, or scores the first goal late would be the winner. Right now, Fluminense has some room to breathe, but the problem is we're going to have to worry about a rain delay. If they're not careful and go to extra time, there might be a rain delay, so they got to be smart and play out the football and try to get the win before we get to $19 minutes. Second half about to start. Very tight game. One 1-0 at the half. Fluminense. Forty-five more minutes in this game. Hopefully no rain delay. Hopefully this game is What if Toronto was in this tournament with a group of Ulsan, Wydad, and Salzburg, how far would they go? Even current Toronto would still get their shit rocked by those 3 teams. Salzburg for sure. If Pachuca couldn't beat them, Ulsan and Wydad, Toronto might scrape wins against. I don't know if I could favor them, though, in that. I'd root for them, but I don't know if they would probably still not make it out of that group. Weren't even close enough, though. Jonathan Taves wearing a Jets jersey. That's just wild. Chelsea would go further. Toronto would get owned by them. Martinelli got subbed out. What? They subbed him out. He's wearing a penny and he's walking to the bench. What? They subbed him out. That will be Hercules coming on. He did score the last game against Milan to advance. So Hercules for Martinelli looks like the sub. They subbed out their goal scorer. That's something. Martinelli off for Hercules. The second half. Here we go. 45 more minutes. Hopefully this ends before extra time so there's no rain delay. It is Orlando in the afternoon. Let me tell you something. And no, it has nothing to do with subtropical. About to be a subtropical depression number 2. Has nothing to do with that. Throw in for Al-Hilal. Cancelo to take the throw. Headed on. Cleared away. Or not. Barely. Neves. Ball gets tapped away. Blocked away. Al-Hilal could build back. They send it back to Bono, who comes out of his box. 46th minute. Tackle by Neves. Free kick. I think that's a harsh call. I think he got the ball, but either way. Seventh minute. 47th minute. Will Fluminense hold on? I pray they do, frankly. Not because of my prediction, but I don't want a rain delay. The good news about the first game tomorrow is that the PSG versus Bayern game is in Atlanta, so there will be no rain delay there. We don't want to see a rain delay for that game. I don't think there'll be a rain delay in Philadelphia at 8 o'clock at night, but playing forward. Let's actually check. National Weather Service. Shot. That'll be cleared out for a corner for Al-Hilal. Let's go on and check. That's Jersey. Severe weather. That might be heat. Nope. No thunderstorm coverage in Philadelphia. Tomorrow, nothing in Jersey or, well, it doesn't matter because Atlanta's a dome. So, okay. Should be fine there. Corner. Header over the bar. As long as there's no rain delay here, we should be fine for the rest of the round. Cross in, header. Out for a throw. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, that doesn't even matter. Those are days 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you wouldn't even know until you know. But both semifinals are in Jersey, I would say. And the final. So the last 4 games of this tournament are all in New Jersey. That being Dortmund and Real Madrid in Jersey. The semifinals, Fluminense Al-Hilal, Jersey, the Zeroh lands, PSG, Real Madrid, Zeroh lands, final. So the final 4 games of this tournament are all in the Zeroh lands. Corner for Neves, 49th minute to the 50th. Header, block, shot, goal, 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 goal! Al-Hilal ties it up. Marcos Leonardo. Can't give him that room. It's 1-1. Not too damn shocking. 1-1. Let's hope there's a winner before the 90th minute. Cross in. Header. Koulibaly, ball fell to Leonardo. Tap in. Boom. Playing forward. What a good play. Let's hope it gets a bit more open and they go for goals throughout the rest of this half. Oh, well, won't you look at that? Rumor, the Maple Leafs continue to explore the market, the trade market for a top 6 wing to play alongside Austin Matthews. Well, that kind of goes along with the fact that Treliving said he's going to make a big trade. So for somebody to play with Matthews on the top 6, okay. All right. I figured that's what the trade would be somebody of that ilk to play on the top 6 with Matthews, but I was kind of hoping it was also Nazem Kadri. Either way. But yeah, Treliving said he was going to try to make a big trade, like it was coming. So I believe him. Here comes Al-Hilal. Good tackle. Shot blocked. I think Brad Treliving's been a really good general manager, all things considered. I think he's been very good. He's had to clean up mess, but you know what? I think he's been pretty good, all things considered, Brad Treliving. Very good GM. I don't know why the Calgary fans hate him so much. As far as I can tell, Treliving's pretty much knocked it out of the park, trying to clean up Dubas's mess and try to make this team a winning team. Even with losing Marner and then getting Berube and then trying to make them win this year, then losing Marner and still pivoting pretty well. And not losing him for everything or nothing, I should say. At least getting something out of it. I think we should be glad the NHL wants to punish tampering. If they didn't... But getting something for Marner because the NHL wanted to Fluminense, here they come. Here's a chance. Oh no! What a save! Yassine Bono. Penalty! Wait. Penalty? Penal. Wait, I'm not sure. The referee was pointing, no penalty. Okay, I was confused. He was pissed off. The ref was pointing. No penalty, I guess. I'm confused. I was confused. The ref was pointing like penalty. Bono was pissed off. Then he started clapping. I'm like, so it isn't? No penalty. My bad. Yeah, exactly. It was kind of like Marner, sort of. It was kind of like Marner. Except it's kind of funny. 2 years or so later, the Marner trade he had to do, and people are happy about it. I think the difference is Tkachuk was a fan favorite, Calgary. And people were on his side more than Marner. People started hating Marner's guts. I think that's part of the difference. And Waugh, I think, grew up a Leafs fan, didn't he? I think he did. So. Waugh may not be Mitch Marner, but we weren't expecting that. Shot save. Waugh may not be Mitch Marner, but that's not what we were expecting at all. We're just expecting for once the playoffs come around, try your ass off. That's pretty much what that is. The one thing Marner couldn't do. Ironically enough, though, Waugh has more playoff goals than Mitch Marner. Weirdly enough. You could say he's played more playoff games with the Golden Knights, but, that is true. But player down, Nevish down. 57th minute. 1-1 between Fluminense and Al-Hilal. Will they find a winner before the 9th minute? Ball crossed in. Out for a goal kick. Yep, that was bad. Thank you. Forgot I had it, didn't you? 58th minute. Headed away. Oh, good run. Fluminense. Can they find something? Oh, bad bounce. Bad bounce. 189th minute. We got the Chelsea game later today. Live and review for that. We'll be up at 11 a.m. for the Bayern Munich PSG game. Well, there you go. 2-0 Germany over Poland. Germany's supposed to have a really good women's team, so I'm surprised it took this long to score multiple goals against Poland. Bono picks it up, goal kick. Yeah. Yeah. One of the pinnacles of your career, and pinnacle of your career, and then just playing forward. Here comes Al-Hilal. Shot. Corner. Because when it comes to football, men's and women's side, at least for Europeans, you have the Euros and the World Cup. Those are the two pinnacles of your career, at least internationally. And to be at the final tournament and get hurt like that sucks. Even if your team wins, especially the first game. Like at least in 2021, for example, when you add a guy like Di Lorenzo. Wait. Yep. Italy pretty much has no chance, but when you have corner, cross in, header cleared, like Italy back in 2021. At least when, damn it, I'm absolutely blanking. D'Lo wasn't the one who got hurt, right? There we go. Chiesa did not get hurt at the Euros. No, he got hurt later. Corner for Al-Hilal, 62nd minute. May have been. You know, it was D'Lo. Oh, Spinazzola. Yep. Spinazzola. He got hurt. Spinazzola got hurt, and Italy still won, but at least he got to play most of the tournament. He could say he was part of it. Getting hurt, like, instantly, over the bar. Like, getting hurt instantly just sucks. Like, that's got to be, like, Yep, against Belgium, he got hurt. The Achilles. Like, it's got to suck. You're at one of the pinnacles of your career. You got hurt, but at least it'd probably be better if you got hurt, like, deeper into the tournament. At least you say you could help. You did help. Here we go. The National Hurricane Center will initiate advisories on Tropical Depression 3, located the Atlantic Ocean offshore of the southeastern United States at 5 p.m. Eastern. So in 28 minutes, we have Tropical Depression 3. Tropical update for y'all. The one off the coast of Florida and Georgia. Not even subtropical, just straight up tropical. Okay, I guess they found a low-level center then. All right, then. Okay. Tropical Depression 3 has been designated. Tropical Depression 3 has been designated. All right. There was Tropical Storm Barry. That's what I was quickly... It was TD2, and then it became Barry very... And then, yep. At the end of June. Yes. Okay, so yeah, it is TD3. My bad. Thought Barry went straight to Tropical Storm. So I said 2, but I guess it's still technically... Would it? Either way. But yeah, Tropical Depression 3. If it gets a name, it'll be Chantal, of course. If it gets Tropical Storm, it'll be Chantal, of course. Yep, Chantal. Next year's 2008 list. This year's 2007's. Well, save for a couple of changes. Also some changes from 19 as well. '14. So 13, 19, 7, 13, 19, 24. Or 25, I should say. 8, 14, 20. 26, yeah, okay. 2 substitutions for Fluminense. Playing forward, save. I just want somebody to score at this point. 1-1, 66th minute. I'd say Al-Hilal is more likely to score, though, in my opinion. '67th minute. 1-1. Playing forward. Good pickup. Al-Hilal. Good step. Lord, he had him like that. Header on. Still onside. Corner. Corner. Nope, offside. 1-1. Everaldo and Lima coming on for Fluminense. Boom. 68th minute. Playing forward, looking for, see where the goal will be. I just hope there's a goal before the 90th minute or the final whistle of regular time. Doesn't help that these are two non-European teams. '69th minute. Fluminense, Arias plays it on. Defended away. Good steal. Advantage played. Shot blocked. Getting a little bit desperate, aren't we? Shot! Goal! 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 Fluminense! Hercules! A hero! A hero for Fluminense! Once again, Hercules! 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 A goal to give them a 2-goal lead against Inter Milan, and another goal to give Fluminense the 1-goal lead against Al-Hilal. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules! The hero! The hero! 2-1. What a play. Advantage played, heads up, blocked, and he makes the run where the header is. It just boom! Hercules, the hero again, put the dagger into the round of 16, and right now has the winning goal against the run of play, mind you. Whoa. Woo, what a goal. Lovely. 2-1 Fluminense. Would it be crazy if Chelsea played 3 Brazilian teams and 4 Portuguese teams in one tournament? As in 4 teams that speak Portuguese, 1 being Portuguese, and 3 being Brazilian. 71st minute. Of course, they didn't play 4 Portugal teams, but you know what I'm saying. 4 teams that speak Portuguese, they played. They would have played if they somehow go to the semifinal, if Fluminense holds. And then they could also somehow end up playing the Brazilian national team captain in the final. That'd be Marquinhos. Well, yeah, at this point he is, isn't he? Interesting. Well, first Chelsea has to win tonight. Then they have to play the semifinal and then win that. Fluminense don't die, though. Fluminense never say die. Let me tell you that much. It's a wonder what happens when you actually play pragmatic football. Hey, Denise, how does it look? Hey, it's a wonder what happens when you play pragmatic football. Like, yeah, you could have your own system, but sometimes you just got to be smart. Sometimes you just got to be smart. That's all I'm saying. 73rd minute. '74th minute. Can Fluminense hold on? Here comes Al-Hilal. Plays through. Here's a shot. Good tackle. But there's a rebound back. Go to it. Out for a goal kick. And he just threw him down anyway. What are you doing, man? That's just a bad idea. Let it be. The ball went out. Don't throw him down. Goal kick, 74th minute. All right. So, tropical update. Kano is off, but here's the tropical update. Keep in mind, this is not as organized as the convective presentation on long shortwave infrared appears. Talking about Tropical Depression 3. Visible imagery shows convection and mid-level circulation is displaced from the low-level circulation. Tropical Depression 3 is tilted with height due to 20 to 25 knots of southwesterly vertical shear. Landfall in South Carolina as a low-grade tropical storm is expected on Sunday. So it would be Chantal as it makes a landfall. Just to be absolutely clear. Water break, 75th minute. Water break with 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. There we go. But again, score prediction for Chelsea Palmeiras, 3-1 Chelsea. They're not going to make the same mistake twice, at least in a row. They could still make the same mistake twice, just in the semifinal. But not in a row against a Brazilian team. They won't make the same mistake twice in 2 straight games against a Brazilian team. Now, they may make the same mistake on Tuesday if they win the semifinal and play Fluminense, but that is what it is. That is what it is. So, that's why. That's why I went to 20% before this game was even over. My brightness was on full tilt. Oh, there you go. Flat out. '77th minute. Here we go. Chelsea wins. They'll most likely play Thiago Silva. It'd be nice to see Thiago played Chelsea. Shot saved by Bono. What a shot. Also, what a save. But, you know, it'd be nice to see Thiago play Chelsea. Prayers to people of Hunt, Texas. So scary. It's sad. Horrible flooding. 6 people are dead. 20 people are missing. If I was looking at it right, that was a place. If I was looking at the radar right, if this is the same, it was like 13 inches of rain. Like 13 inches of rain over one area. I did see that. I think that may have been what you're talking about that led to it. It's so sad to see that. 13 inches of rain. Crazy. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I said PSG will win the Club World Cup, but I'll be much more happy if Chelsea's in the final. Well, it's still PSG. Chelsea in the final, one of the 2 best teams in the world. I mean, you can't say they're not. If Chelsea makes the final, they're the 2nd best team in the world at the very least. You can't say they're not. Oh, I just saw this story from a month ago, actually. Billy Joel had dinner with Howard Stern after his brain disorder diagnosis, and Billy told Howard to say, "I'm not done." But Howard said he had a good time with Billy, so that's good news. Good. Good. As long as Billy is doing well and he's not scared, that's good for me. That's good for me. 81st minute. I mean, yeah, he's getting up there anyway. Man, I'll tell you, when Billy Joel goes, I'm going to be a freaking wreck. Like, I mean, Toby Keith, that was sad, but I'll tell you this right now. When Billy Joel goes, I'm going to be a wreck. I'll tell you that right now. Substitutions for Al-Hilal. Every South American team's a dark horse of this tournament. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. Sadly, Flamengo went down, but I agree. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Both, if Chelsea tonight, that's going to be a tough game. They play Fluminense, that's going to be a tough game. I'm not saying it won't be. 70 or 82, actually. 82nd minute. My bad. 82nd minute. 2-1 Fluminense. I hope they hold on. Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah. Like, Al-Harbi and Al-Dusriyar for Al-Bulayahi. But yeah, I mean, as I said, yeah. I mean, I was sad when Toby Keith died. I think the worst thing, well, we don't know, but when Billy goes, I hope it's a shock. You know, like, Toby had stomach cancer. Like, you knew Toby was probably, and he got slim as hell. It was, you knew. And then when they did Don't Let the Old Man In, you kind of knew that Toby was on his way out. So it kind of, I guess, softened the blow a little bit in that case. But how we doing, Isiah? Well, yeah, I guess even if it was expected, I think I'd still be a wreck when Billy Joel dies. Even if it was expected, like if he got cancer or something, it would still be, I'd still be more of a wreck than when Toby Keith died. But either way. Yeah, I said this earlier, but I was up at like 3 a.m. when I was reading Reddit. I was scrolling Reddit. I was eating some graham crackers, and then I saw the Marsa post on like our soccer that said Jota died in a automobile crash. And my stomach just dropped. I'm like, that's just no. Like, and I know Marsa has horrible transfer rumor stories, but I was sitting there like, I know Marsa publishes bullshit, but you cannot be playing like this. Like, you have to know. Like, you have to know this is true. Like, you're not going to post, if you're Marsa, you're not going to post somebody died just to post it. Like, there's got to be truth to this. And it's like when the Gaudreaus died. Like, I saw the first rumor. I don't know if you were watching that stream, but I was on stream when the Gaudreaus died. Or when it first came out, there was the rumor that they got crashed into and died. It was during a Central American Cup game, and I saw it. I saw the rumor, and my stomach dropped like on live. You could just see my face turn like paler than normal. And my stomach just dropped. That was a similar feeling to what I had about Jota, except I wasn't on camera. And the funny, well, not funny, but the ironic part of Jota is it's very similar to the Gaudreaus a year later. But instead of being ran over by a drunk driver while riding your bikes, their tire blew up and they crashed into a wall and their car burned. It's not like it was totally preventable tragedy. It was a totally preventable tragedy. It's not like they were drunk or speeding. It's their tire went, they crashed to a wall, and their car burst into flames. Totally preventable tragedy. Just like the Gaudreaus. Only difference was the Jotas were behind the wheel. But again, they weren't drunk. As far as we know, they weren't recklessly driving. Tire goes, boom. It was a needless tragedy that shouldn't even happen in both cases. I hope so. I think every team should wear one. Fluminense doesn't get it. And nobody really talks about Matthew Gaudreau either. So, ironically enough, though, also, nobody really talks about Matthew Gaudreau passing. When Johnny passed, it's more Johnny. Just like some people might say, oh, but Matthew passed too. It's sad as well. Like Andre Silva's like the Matthew Gaudreau of this situation. They'll talk about him sometimes, but really it's just going to be Diogo. And they're the more famous one. I understand it. I'm not trying to be mean here or try to be an ass about it, but Johnny was the more famous brother. He was the bigger player. He played at a bigger club. Same as Jota over Andre Silva. He played at a bigger club. He was the more famous brother. People are going to be more clued in on that. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But it's the same. Also, another similar part of the situation, Andre Silva is Matthew Gaudreau. And yeah, some people might talk about him, but it's a similar situation. Yeah, that's sad. Like 6 weeks ago, won the Prem. 2 weeks ago, won the Nations League. Got married a week ago. Dies in a flaming car crash. Life's unfair. It's unfair. Exactly. And I mean, the sad part is it's my two favorite sports. Like last year, I thought I thought Johnny was a great player. He's a good dude. And he tragically passed away with his brother. Both hockey players, both good dudes. A year later, my other main favorite sport, Jota and Andre Silva. Jota, amazing player, good young player, great dude. Tragedy. It's I didn't get it, damn. Cross in. Header cleared. Like again. It's hockey and football are 1A and 1B for me. Football, then hockey. It's just ironic how it happened a year later. Hockey first, then football. And I think Jota hit harder because, I mean, I'm already grieving a loss in the family. So I was already in a state of grief, and then boom. But it's a gnat. But either way, it's a gnat. But either way, it's not a mosquito. It's a gnat. Either way. Yeah, they were crying when that's not a judgment. They were crying during the moment of silence. Ruben and Cancelo, they were crying. Like, I get it. Like, if they scored, I guarantee you they would have pulled their shirt up. Like, they would have pulled their shirt up. They would have had a message on their undershirt. I know that. That's probably why it's a Club World Cup game, one. Second of all, I'm sure they wanted to have that message come off the bottom of or on their undershirt. Or they could lift up Jota's shirt or an Al-Hilal shirt with Jota's name on it, or even a Liverpool shirt, or something like that if they scored. 7 minutes of stoppage time. I'm sure of that. And I'm glad. Possible penalty check. A possible penalty VAR check. It looks like there's going to be nothing. Goal kick. Nothing. I mean, I agree. Because Man City's defense is trash. Turns out to play a really high line and they got a trash defense. That's what happened. I hope Liverpool wins the quadruple for Jota. Prem, UCL, FA Cup, and EFL Cup. All of it. Liverpool quadruple. At least the UCL and Prem, but I want a Liverpool quadruple for Jota. Come on now. 92nd minute. Liverpool quadruple. Portugal. You know what? I don't think they will, but I'd like the storyline. Cristiano wins his first, and he does it for Jota. Cristiano wins his first, does it for Jota. That'd be a good storyline. I don't think Canada will do that well after what I saw at the Gold Cup. 92nd minute. 2-1 Fluminense. Can they hold on for another 5 minutes? '93rd minute. Yeah, that was Kobe. That was a hard day. Like, I still remember where I was when I found out Kobe died. I was watching the Royal Rumble kickoff. Check my phone. I see the headline: Kobe Bryant passed. I'm like, oh my god. I still remember, I was in the living room watching the Royal Rumble kickoff, and then I was checking my phone, see the headline, Kobe Bryant dead. I was like, damn, that should not have happened. And I was a big Kobe fan growing up. Like, the way he played. Like, even though I was a Raptors fan, my second favorite team was the Lakers just because of Kobe. It was just because of Kobe. Yeah, that 81-point game was a little bit weird for me. That 81-point game was a little bit weird for me. It's funny, I actually saw that game live. Kobe's 81-point game. I actually saw that game live. That was weird for me. I'm like, it sucks it's happening to the Raptors, but Kobe, the Raptors weren't really that good at the time, so, But either way, it was that hit hard. Cross in. Wide. Neves cross in. That'll go out for another corner. 95th minute. Like, the thing is like, Kobe was the closest thing I saw that was the closest thing to Jordan that I ever saw. I was a little bit too young for prime Michael Jordan. To watch prime Michael Jordan. I watched old Michael Jordan. I didn't see prime Michael, at least live. I never got to see live prime Michael. Kobe was the closest damn thing to prime Michael that I could have watched. I will always say Kobe is the second best player of all time. It's not LeBron. It's Michael Jordan and Kobe. I will always say that. And I said that before Kobe died, and I will still say it to this day. It's Michael Jordan and Kobe. I don't think anybody wanted to believe Kobe passed away until it was true. 96th minute. But again, I'll say it. Michael Jordan was the best player of all time in basketball. Kobe's the second best. I mean, compared to the fact he could have went to damn Turkey, yeah, I'm happy about it. Means I have to root for frickin' Juventus, but I did it when Cristiano was there. Header. Brought down. 96th minute. Cross in. Koulibaly shot. Blocked. Goal kick. And this is probably where the VAR check came in. Because they're dumb, that's why. They don't know basketball. Koulibaly went down. Let's see if this VAR check. I guess I'm a little bit behind. Koulibaly got a yellow card. For what exactly? For what exactly? I think that ball went out. I agree with that to a certain extent. Exactly. That'll be a goal kick. 97th minute, 2-1 Fluminense. Fluminense will survive the onslaught depending on when they call the final whistle. Fluminense has the ball. Take it to the corner. Take it to the corner. Fluminense will survive this onslaught and survive before the rain delay. Well, imagine Schaufelberg and Gremio. He would be absolutely killed by the way they play football. Somebody's going to take out his legs. Let me tell you, if a freaking team in Guatemala pissed Schaufelberg off enough, he'll elbow another dude at Brazilian League football. What a save. Good clearance. 98th minute. Al-Hilal is throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them. Shot, save, cover, cover, cover. He covers it. Covers it. Fabio covers it. 10 Bale saves. Throwing everything but the kitchen sink. Fabio, like, is he? He's 44. Old man Fabio making all these saves. His hip hurts. What do you know? Call AARP. The old man, don't let the old man in. Al-Hilal. He's been making the saves. Now his hip hurts. But you know what? It's totally worth it. Call AARP. Goal kick. Fluminense, full time. Full time. Fluminense is through 2-1. Al-Hilal has been eliminated. Fluminense in the semifinal to play Chelsea or Palmeiras. They'll either have a Brazilian derby or they'll play Chelsea. The biggest challenge of their whole Club World Cup campaign. If it is Chelsea. If it is Palmeiras, we have another Brazilian derby in the semifinal. Depends on what happens. It's got more easier for Chelsea. I don't know about that. I'd rather play the Saudi team. 2 straight Brazilian teams? I don't think they'll make the same mistake once. Like playing Palmeiras, I think they'll be just fine. Fluminense, for some reason, Palmeiras seems easier to beat than Fluminense. Let's be real. Flamengo was the best of the 3. Let's just be clear about that. Flamengo, well, Botafogo as well, but Flamengo was the best of the 4. Let's just be real about that. Botafogo had their moments. I don't know exactly where to put them, but they got eliminated by Palmeiras, so I guess Palmeiras is better. But Palmeiras is no Flamengo. But Palmeiras is not as willing and tough as Fluminense. Fluminense is the toughest of the 4. They're good, but they're the toughest. Palmeiras is not as tough. They're good. They're not as good as Flamengo, though. And Fluminense, I think, is a little bit better, but that might just be the fact they're tougher. And they don't quit, and they don't die. Point being is this. Chelsea plays Fluminense. If they beat Palmeiras, that's going to be a tough semifinal. Fluminense is going to give everything. Should Chelsea win that on the balance of the squads? Yes. But then again, we said that about Fluminense or Flamengo. What happened? So do that what you will. I think Chelsea beats Palmeiras. I do. Yeah, because Denise made them look like idiots when they were at the Club World Cup in 2023. It probably would have hit better if it was Man City versus Fluminense, but you know what? A semifinal ain't bad against a recent world champion, possibly, or a Brazilian derby. Either or, right? But with that being said, we will see who ends up playing Fluminense at 8 o'clock. We will be live at 7:55 Central for the Chelsea versus Palmeiras game. We will review that game once it's over. I'll be back in the morning at 11 a.m., 10:55 for PSG versus Bayern. PSG Bayern live. 3 o'clock p.m. Central, 2:55 tomorrow for Dortmund Real Madrid live. And then we'll review that once it's over. A Gold Cup final prediction about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, depending on when that game ends and the review's up. I'm sure both could cook at the same time, considering 2 different fan bases. Sunday, the Gold Cup. Actually, Sunday, we will be live for the British Grand Prix at 9 a.m. Central for the Formula One. So we'll do 2 things, 2 lives, 2 reviews on Sunday. In the morning, we have the British Grand Prix. I'll be wearing my Liverpool jersey because of multiple reasons. One, it's the British Grand Prix. Second of all, it's Ferrari colors because Well, I think we all want Lewis Hamilton to get the podium, whether you're a Ferrari fan or not. He's been on the podium for 10 straight years at Silverstone, so you would want him to get the podium. Come on, Lewis. Come on. Lando 1, Lewis 2, please. And then whatever the hell for third, whether it's Leclerc or Oscar. Prefer that over Verstappen, but I don't really want George Russell either. Preferably, here's my preferable podium for the British Grand Prix. Lando first, Lewis second, Verstappen or Oscar, my bad, Leclerc or Oscar third, Verstappen off the podium, as well as Russell. Blimey, not fair. Blimey, not fair. Blimey, not fair. I still want Russell to finish ahead of Verstappen. I want the memes of Max taking his seat. Also want to see Christian Horner crash out. But either way. And Red Bull just crash out. Either way. Yeah, no. But basically, Liverpool jersey, I'll be wearing that during the F1 coverage on Sunday because British Grand Prix, Ferrari colors, and a little bit of a way to say show love to Diogo Jota, I think. That also helps as well. That also is part of it. So 3 reasons for that. Then, of course, we'll be live for the Gold Cup final on Sunday night. We'll review that as well. And there you go. So that's what the next couple of days look like. But with that being said, if you look at the free practice sessions, by the way, Lewis looks like he might actually get a podium at Silverstone. What is it with that? I hope that holds. Lando in first, Lewis and Leclerc on the podium. I hope that holds. Either way, with that being said, we'll take a short break. It'll be somewhat of a break. Either way, I will see you later tonight for the Chelsea-Palmeiras game. We'll have a review. I'll see you for that. Hopefully Chelsea wins. I know I'm biased. With that being said, I'll see you later. If you like the stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour. Well, not within the hour because we're not reviewing this, but I'll see you in a couple of hours. See you in a couple of hours. I'll see you in a couple of hours for the next stream. There you go. I'm riding them out. Peace. Congratulations to Fluminense. Felicidades Fluminense. Commiserations to Al-Hilal. We move. 7 teams to go left in this tournament. 3, 4, 5, 6 games to go left in this tournament. See you later.